South Dakota is one step closer tonight to joining the rest of the country when it comes to Amtrak service. The Federal Railroad Administration is wrapping up its study into the possibility. While trains would not begin running for some time, there is still plenty of work to do in the meantime. Cooper Seamer with a first alert follow-up here at 5:30.
No passenger trains have ran in South Dakota since 1969. With the completion of the Federal Railroad Administration's long-distance service study, those trains could be running again. The full report is now in the hands of Congress, who will decide what the next step should be in building out the 15 proposed routes, 2 of which travel through South Dakota. But advocates in favor of the expansion say once those routes are approved, it'll take too long for them to go into effect.
We have a process in this country for developing and launching new passenger rail service, which in our view is frankly broken.
After an additional study period for each route that could take 2 to 3 years, it could be a decade before trains are running.
After which you get cleared to do more than study and actually start planning and designing. And that's anticipated to be another 7 to 10 years. Again, from our point of view, that's really bad policy. And that's something we're hoping to fix.
What they're calling for is a permanent commission that will study and build out routes as a full-time job at the federal level.
It's really building up a true national independent passenger rail commission there, a national rail commission that will be tasked with building up all these routes in unison there. So being able to do instead of starts and stops, administration to administration, but having a full ongoing federal commission that's dedicated to building these up.
And while it will cost money to build and operate each route, those advocates say the economic benefits it'll bring to local communities is worth it.
We should have the same amount of freedom of mobility, economic opportunity, and quality of life that passenger rail services brings communities. And again, it's not the be-all, end-all, but it's one part of an interconnected, interdependent transportation network.
We think it would probably grow GDP by something like $17 billion. So would it cost money to build? Sure it would, but so what? Lots of things cost money to build.
There's no set timeline for when the next stage of planning could begin for the 2 South Dakota routes, but there will be a push in Washington to get them and the other routes going as soon as possible. In Sioux Falls, Cooper Seamer, Dakota News Now.